first time I clicked.
My name is Ori Dagan, and I'm a jazz singer-songwriter from Canada. I've been playing music my whole life. I started off as a classical piano player and never was a singer until I discovered the music of Ella Fitzgerald. I was about 18 years old when I bought my first Ella recording. It was called Mac the Knife, live in Berlin. This recording changed my life. I really got into the bebop movement. That's my favorite style of jazz. I think the reason I love jazz is because of the aspect of improvisation and surprise, and how you can be playing the same song every night, but it can sound completely different depending how you feel, on how the musicians feel, and most importantly, how the audience feels. For me, it's just such magic, and I love what I do.
Ding, 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 ding. That sure was nice.
My brand new album is called Click Right Here. Even though it's my fourth studio album, it represents a lot of firsts for me. So this is the first album I've ever created that is comprised of original material. Some of the songs I wrote on my own, and others are collaborations with some of my favorite musicians. And it's the first time in my career that I've received a FACTOR grant. FACTOR stands for the Foundation for Assisting Canadian Talent on Recordings. Thank you so much, FACTOR. Merci beaucoup. And thanks to that support, I was able to hire some of the greatest talents in Canada.
My heart and soul, they lost control, all because my fingers slipped.
Musical director, arranger, co-writer on 4 of the tracks, and guitarist extraordinaire on every single one, Nathan Hiltz, was such a huge part of this project. Also on the rhythm section, Attila Fiesch on the piano, Ben Whitman on drums, and all the way from Montreal, Alex Bellegarde on bass.
I meant to send you a smile, not a frown.
One of the most exciting things about this recording is for the first time in my career, I was able to record with a horn section. I put together 4 of my very favorite horn players for this album. On tenor saxophone, Colleen Allen. On alto saxophone, Allison Young. On the trombone, William Karn. And on trumpet, Andrew McGanch.
It's like a digital fandango. How crazy will your fellow man go? He'll burn his fingers just like Django.
As well, I was able to feature some of my very favorite artists in this country as special guests. 5-time Juno winner, 3-time Grammy nominee, none other than Jane Bunnett. This is the 3rd time that I've worked with Jane Bunnett in the studio, and she never ceases to amaze me. Click Right Here is a line that appears on not 1, but 2 of these songs, and as the title suggests, it is an album rooted in the theme of technology and the digital hashtag world that we found ourselves in so quickly in the 21st century. It's actually an idea that I had almost 10 years ago when I first wrote a song called Googleable, and I've been performing that over the years, and audiences always really liked it. So I thought, why don't I do a whole album like this? But I just thought it was too hard to do. All of a sudden, coronavirus hit, and I had some time. And also, our world became all the more reliant on technology. So most of these songs were written in the summer of 2020.
I delete my cookies. What's the most effective diet? Is life a cosmic joke?
The song Viruses is actually not about the pandemic. It's about a daily struggle that we find ourselves in this contemporary world of phishing scams, spam emails, telemarketing calls from across the world. I just find it so frustrating. I wanted to make it really contemporary, so I thought this might be a good idea to call my friend Eric Flo and see if he might contribute a verse of rap.
I got humble fever, but if I don't jam, then it guns won't either. Okay, check this. What if love was infectious?
I've done a handful of duets over the years, but I've never done a duet with a male singer. For this project, I was so lucky to be able to work with one of my favorite voices on the Toronto jazz scene, Donovan Locke.
Girl,
Born in Virginia,
boy, she could win 1,000,000 hearts
with a single
I wanted to include a bonus track on this album that related to the theme of technology. And as soon as I thought of Video Killed the Radio Star, I knew this was the one. I was thinking of an artist I could choose to duet with me on, and I thought, wow, Simone Denny. She's a 4-time Juno winner, and in the true spirit of click right here, all I did was message her on Instagram, and to my delight, she agreed to take part, and that was one of the highlights of the recordings for sure.
Kill the radio star. Radio killed the radio star.
Beyond the amazing musicians on this project, I think what made it such a pleasure was the production team. DAVOR is an incredible talent. He has played and performed with orchestras, he's produced rock and roll bands, and the list goes on. And he really got the sense of fun that I have as an artist. So it was a real pleasure. My other co-producer is my partner, Leonardo DELL'ANNO, who did wonders of organizing our recording sessions and made sure everyone was sanitized, fed, hydrated, and paid. We recorded the album at one of the premier music studios, Canterbury Music Company, with Grammy and Juno recognized Jeremy Darby and his protege, Julian DeCourt. Such amazing engineers. The writing process on this album was all over the map. Some songs took a few days, some songs took a few weeks, and some I've been actually working on for years. I'm very, very excited, and I really hope that listeners connect with this music. Hope you enjoy. Click right here.
You're watching cable news, you slowly fill with dread. You got the 21st century, nothing's elementary.